This is the PNW Sports Report with Alec and Bradley, your front row seat for college football and beyond. Tonight on the show, we have our awards predictions as put on by us from our Coach of the Year to Game of the Year and much more. Let's hop right in. And we're going to start with our best quarterback for 2025. And I apologize for that. I was trying to get us to go live on Twitter, and we obviously can't. Bradley, who is your best quarterback award going to go to for 2025?
I'm going to be a real homer, being that I'm in the SEC. I'm going to go with Garrett Nussmeier of LSU.
I went a little bit off. I don't know if this is off the board, but I went with Sam Leavitt of Arizona State. And here is my prognostication of why I chose Leavitt. He is the main reason Arizona State made the playoff last year. And if he can have the same success he had last year, the Arizona State could easily be back in the playoff because he's getting his best receiver back. What many people forgot is that Jordan Tyson didn't play at the end of last year. He was injured. Now with Jordan Tyson back, and I know they lost Cam Scatterbo. I think Sam Leavitt has the chance to be the best quarterback. Who is your coach of the year?
Coach of the year. I will go. I've got a bunch down here. I'm going to go on a long limb. I'm going to say Marcus Freeman of Notre Dame.
I went, and as we like to say in the show, I went way out in left field with this. Charles Huff, Southern Miss. Our old buddy.
Talked about them a lot on Tuesday.
Who is the candidate for game of the year for you? I have two. I'll let you go first.
Game of the year. Well, I gotta start week one. How is Texas Ohio State not going to be game of the year right off the bat? So I'll start there. And I gotta trying to think of any rival games this year that are not
Iowa State, Kansas State, maybe.
Yeah. Trying to think of another one. Like I said, Texas Ohio State probably would be my
A&M, Texas.
Yeah, or how about Texas Arkansas? It may not be what a lot of people. That's a rival game.
I didn't even know that was a rivalry game, to be honest.
Either did I, but like I said, I had a cigar with my buddy who's a big Longhorns fan, and he's like, Arkansas. I'm like, when did you guys have a rivalry with Arkansas? Like, I didn't even know you. He's like,
yeah. What's the backstory to that?
Well, I guess, but they played in the Southeastern Conference before the SEC became the SEC. But I guess they were rivals in that league, and then when they split up, and they were sucked up by the Big 12 and then the SEC. So yeah, I guess because they're so close to each other state-wise, so I guess that's why they're rivals. So yeah.
Okay. My games of the year, first is Texas A&M. It for all we know, this A&M in Texas, it could be first spot in the SEC championship game.
Absolutely.
And then obviously you talked about it a second ago. Ohio State, Texas. How can you not have that as your game of the year?
Yeah,
that might be a hint national championship game.
It just sucks that it's week one. Not later in the season, but yeah.
Who is your best running back award going to?
Best running back. I am going to go with Jamal Haynes out of Georgia Tech.
I am going with Bryson Washington out of Baylor. And I believe this kid, and if you haven't checked out either of our Twitters, I do a lot outside of YouTube with Twitter. posting stuff. Highly recommend checking out my Twitter and Bradley's. But I think Bryson Washington is in for he's a sophomore. I think he's in for a huge year, over 1,000 yards, and I think he's going to have more than 10 touchdowns on the ground. Best wide receiver.
Well, I got to go with, again, being SEC biased, I'm going with Ryan Williams of Alabama.
And ladies and gentlemen, mine, non-biased, he's probably the best player in college football. Number one receiver at Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
And you could argue with me and say, oh, no, there's guys that are better than him. I'll tell you, you're wrong. The only other guy that maybe compares to him is Ryan Williams. And it's crazy to think that he's the best player right now, and he's only a sophomore. Who is your national championship game going into 2025?
It's a week one match. It's a week one rematch. I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I think when it comes down to it, whoever loses that game, it's not going to mean that much because they'll be able to get back by the end of the season. I think both of them will be in the thick of it in both the Big Ten and in the SEC. And when it comes down to it, both of them will probably win their respective conferences, unless barring, and I don't pray injury upon anybody, but no serious injuries to key players. I can't see why that can't be, another go around at the end of the season.
Same thing with me. My national championship game is Ohio State, Texas. And I know people want to say, oh, Ohio State's not going to make it back. They lost a lot on defense and offense. They don't lose players. They just, all these big programs, all they do is reload.
Next man up.
Exactly.
Man up. Mm-hmm.
And like Ohio State, look at it. Before we get to the next segment, let's briefly cover these powerhouse teams: Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, to an extent, Florida, Miami. When they have guys graduate, they have 5-star, 4-stars behind them that are ready to play day one.
Mm-hmm. As freshmen.
Like look at Ohio State. Their top 3 receivers, for example, Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis, Carnell Tate. And nobody's talking about Mylan Graham. Nobody's talking about the other freshmen that have come in the receiver room at Ohio State, or the guys that are coming in next year. And it's just absurd that people are like, oh, yeah. And I want to clear the air on this because I've seen posts on social media saying that LSU is wide receiver U because of all the first round picks they've had at wide receiver. I disagree. I think it's Ohio State. What do you think?
I think they're both very well. I think the only reason why, but I think LSU might get the edges of Justin Jefferson, obviously, has how well he's worked out in the NFL. But the local team in Tampa has a wide receiver from Ohio State who, from what I've read and what I've seen on social media and radio, that he's been a standout at training camp so far for the Buccaneers. And Obuke, I can't. And what's his name? Marvin Harrison Jr. was a standout last year at Arizona. So I think they both kind of get the nod. And that I guess, but it depends on which conference you side with, depending on, okay, well, if you're an SEC guy, you side with LSU. If you're a Big Ten guy, you side with Ohio State. So, whatever you want.
And here's the thing that makes me laugh is people want to throw Michigan in there. Name me a wide receiver that's played at Michigan that's gotten drafted.
I was just about to say the same. When was the last good wide receiver out of Michigan? That Michigan's more known for their running backs and defensive guys, and of course Tom Brady. But no, I mean,
that's the other thing is Michigan wants to say they're DBU. I don't. You could put Ohio State's had a lot of DBs drafted. I know some of them haven't worked out. Looking at Damon Arnett,
It happens with everybody, though, bud. It happens with every university.
It does. Look at, like, for example, Johnny Manziel. Didn't work out with him.
His ego got in the way. So, yeah.
Anyways, on to the next segment. And this is a segment we missed from Tuesday. It's called Call Us Crazy. And we have three Call Us Crazy things that we're going to say for this season. And Bradley, give me your three first.
I'm going to start with UNLV under Coach Dan Mullen, as we mentioned on Tuesday's show. Seals a Group 5 berth, meaning that they'll be in when it's all said and done.
Okay.
My second one is Dylan Edwards spearheads the Big 12 as the top rusher in the Big 12. I believe he played.
Oh, I forgot he's at Colorado.
Is it Colorado? I'm sorry, that's right. Yeah. Well, he transferred. I think he's at K-State. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is at K-State. Yep.
In Colorado. And
completely forgot because they had DJ Giddens last year.
Here's a really, really far one out there. Quarterback Austin Simmons of Ole Miss is a Heisman Trophy finalist in New York. So call me crazy, but those are the ones I found that were kind of way out there. So
here's my three. Number 3, and I'm probably going to get laughed at by Michigan fans for this. Ohio State ends their 4-game losing streak to Michigan. All I've heard all offseason from Michigan fans is, oh, we're going to make it 5 in a row. And all on Twitter, they're like, oh, Ohio State hasn't beaten Michigan in blank amount of days. And then Michigan fans are like, oh, it's going to continue because Bryce Underwood. Look, Michigan fans, all I'm going to say is he's a freshman. Give me a break. The kid is a freshman. Maybe if he was an upperclassman, it'd be a different story. But he's a freshman. Number 2. And this one might be crazier than number 3. Number 2, Purdue under first-year head coach Barry Odom wins 6 games and goes back to a bowl game. And I know people, there's talking heads out there. That's what they call people that do podcasts. There's talking heads on the internet that are saying, oh, Purdue's going to go 2-10. They're going to win 2 games. Yes, they may have a bad roster, but you look at teams, look at Indiana. Nobody thought they were going to do good in Kirk Cignetti's first year. Everybody said, oh, Indiana's going to go 2-10 in Cignetti's first year. Well, I disagree. I think Purdue and Barry Odom's first year will win 6 games. And this may be far out there because it hasn't happened yet. Mark Stoops gets
Kentucky
fired. Gets the axe.
That might happen. Being an SEC guy, that might happen. That might happen.
Well, and the thing is, he's gotten so lucky the last 2 years that he has not gotten fired. That's like people saying, oh, if you fire so-and-so, like if Clemson fired Dabo, which we all know that's not going to happen. If they did, somebody would scoop him up within 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, he'd be in another big program. Yeah, absolutely.
And I keep seeing all these people that do dynasties on CFP 26, and they go into the first offseason, and Kalen DeBoer gets fired at Alabama. Dabo goes to Alabama.
I don't see him failing at Alabama. So, we'll see. We'll see this.
That's
season.
called Bizarro Fantasy World.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, now we're gonna wrap up part 2 of our Chaos Beacher.
Chaos.
And we were in week 9, correct?
Correct. I think, but we had gotten through the first
8
weeks.
So, do you see any chaos And how this works, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, is we go through every game. And for example, week 9, we'll go through every game and we'll say if we say it, we will say if we see any chaos happening in that game. And then at the end, we give an overall on that week of how much chaos we think will happen. So we start with week 9. Any chaos in the Tuesday games on week 9?
I don't see any. Both, I think, WKU and for I don't know. That first game might be Kennesaw State actually. So we'll see.
I was gonna say I see a little bit of chaos in the first game. I think Western Kentucky rolls.
Yeah, me too. Louisiana Tech. Yep.
Wednesday.
No, I mean I don't think so.
Then again, it's college football, so we say no chaos, but
and it's Conference USA too. So yeah.
Thursday. Any chaos in a one-game Thursday?
No.
Friday. How many games do we got? 3. Any chaos in Charlotte, North Texas?
No, I mean I keep reading a lot of things that North Texas is a favorite to win the A-American.
What?
I've read 2 or 3 people today that have predicted that USF has a tough schedule, starting with Boise State, Florida, Miami, and then they go into conference play and they play Memphis, Navy, and North Texas on the road. All 3 are within. I'm like, I can agree with Memphis and Navy. I don't know about North Texas, but anyway, that's what they're saying.
So no chaos.
I would say no chaos. I think the Vautech Cal game might be have a little chaos, but other than that, the other 2, I don't see any chaos.
Nevada, I don't see. Sorry, Nevada fans, I don't see any.
No, Boise State should roll you guys.
What about Saturday games?
Auburn, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky is always an interesting game, no matter if it's in Knoxville or in Lexington.
I don't see any chaos at Arkansas, Auburn. Auburn should.
Yeah.
Put BTA.
Sam Pittman could be gone by that game anyway, so we'll see.
Kentucky, Tennessee, I could see some chaos there.
Yeah, there's all those 2 teams.
Look at Tennessee last year when they played Arkansas. Perfect example. Everybody said, "Oh, Tennessee's gonna roll Arkansas," and what happens? They lost. So no chaos. I can see some chaos there. A&M, LSU.
Yes. Baton Rouge. Yes, there will be some chaos, especially, and let's see, because they can flex that game. If it's at 6 to 8 p.m. in the Bayou, it's going to be loud. Yeah, in Death Valley. Yep.
I would want to go to an LSU game.
No, that's the next SEC Saiyan Blood that I want to go to in person. Is to Death Valley and on a Saturday night. So they don't even have to play the Gators. Just LSU, just in general, play any SEC team or whoever. So yeah.
Texas should roll.
Yes,
Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma, Ole Miss.
That depends. It depends on where those 2 teams are at in week 9. Yeah, I mean, I could see a slight little bit of it in that game.
I could too. And there's what if those teams are really good? They're saying it's going to be an afternoon game, noon or 1 o'clock. How can that not be a night game if both those teams only have 1 loss?
That's true. Well, yeah, it's they do sometimes put good games at noon.
Oh, South Carolina, Alabama, and Columbia.
Major chaos.
Chaos. With both the next 2 games, South Carolina and Alabama, utter pure chaos, and in Missouri, Vanderbilt.
There shouldn't be any, but Vanderbilt always seems to surprise somebody.
Just ask Alabama.
Especially at home in Nashville. So, yeah.
Illinois, Washington. I can see chaos there.
Yeah, it's a Big Ten matchup.
East Coast team going to the West Coast.
To Seattle. See that game right there. It'll help Washington if it's a late game. If it's an early game, it'll help Illinois. So it just depends on when that game falls.
Oh, Michigan State.
Yeah, it's little brother versus big brother. Yeah, there's all chaos. Absolutely.
Yeah. Just look back to, I think it was 2017 when they had the trouble
punt.
with the snap on the punt.
Yep.
Anything can happen in rivalry games.
Yep.
Iowa, Minnesota, any chaos there?
Some. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that Row the Boat himself gets fired if they don't get off to a good start this year?
Maybe.
Okay.
That was a hesitant maybe, but Nebraska, Northwestern, any chaos there?
Nebraska should roll them. Should.
I say the same thing. Purdue, Rutgers, any chaos?
Two teams that could probably be middle of the pack or near the bottom of the conference by then. That's some. It's in West Lafayette. Rutgers could, maybe.
Purdue, I see massive chaos there. Because I think, like I just said a minute ago, I think Purdue's going to win 6 games, and Rutgers might be one of those 6 wins.
6, okay.
Indiana, UCLA, any chaos?
I would say some with Signetti, and then of course with Nico. So, yeah, I could see
Oregon, Wisconsin, any chaos?
No, Oregon's at home, and Eugene, that's going to be tough.
They should roll. I say no chaos. I say no chaos. SMU, Wake Forest.
The Mustangs should roll them.
Same with Louisville.
BC.
Syracuse, Georgia Tech. Oh.
I would say some. Those two teams have a little bit of a rivalry, and it's in Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah. Some chaos.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Miami should win that game going away.
Good. Just ask him what's happened the last 2 years when they played Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Unless Miami fan, and I've talked to Miami fans. Some of them don't even want to talk about it. I don't blame them. Virginia, North Carolina.
Shouldn't be any, but again, it's
Belichick.
So
Pitt, North Carolina State.
I would say some, depending on where those two are at that time in the ACC.
Same. I don't see any with Houston and Arizona State.
Arizona State should win that game going away.
Oh, it looks like the Rays might have just made a trade.
Oh, did they?
Yep, Caballero's giving hugs in the. Looks like Caballero. Somebody got traded. I don't know who. Caballero's giving hugs in the dugout.
Wasn't him, was it?
I've heard rumblings that they might trade him. But anyway, back to the show. Baylor, Cincinnati.
Shouldn't be any there either.
Ooh. These next 2 games.
I'd say major chaos in both. And
I would too.
Kansas State, Kansas is a rivalry game. So, yeah.
Texas Tech, Oklahoma State.
I would say some.
I would too. Utah, Colorado.
No, I don't think so. I mean, that should be an interesting ball game, but I don't think so.
TCU, West Virginia.
No, the Mountaineers should have that win in Morgantown.
UConn and Rice.
That's going to be I'm sorry for both of those fan bases. That might be a sleep fest. That game might be a sleep fest.
I'll be interested when we get to week 9 to see what the total is on that game. San Diego State, Fresno State.
Shouldn't be.
Utah State, New Mexico. No. Any chaos?
I don't see any, bud. App State, Old Dominion, I don't either.
I don't. Georgia State, Georgia Southern, Arkansas State. No. Southern Miss, UL Monroe. Maybe.
Dustin May is coming to the Boston Red Sox. Okay. The Dodgers.
Okay. Any chaos? And Southern Miss?
UN Monroe.
Louisiana Troy?
I don't. Louisiana should run that game away. South Florida's at Memphis.
I can see Memphis has got a new quarterback.
Well, I'm hoping Memphis has been kind of like a thorn in the side for USF the last few seasons. Even when Mike Norvell left, after he's left, they're still a pain in the butt. So I would say some. It'd be nice if we were already had our 6 wins by the time we get to week 9. But
yeah. Temple Tulsa, snooze fest.
That's just gonna say I Tulsa should win that game, but it will be
10-3.
Yeah, 17-10. Something along those lines.
Oh, Maction. Any chance there's chaos in Akron, Buffalo?
I don't. The Bills should win that one going away.
The Bulls.
They should win that one going away. Mm-hmm.
Northern Illinois, Ball State. Any chaos?
Can't see any. There might be some in that last game with Bowling Green and Kent State. That's a MAC matchup. So
all 3 of these next couple games are Kent State, Bowling Green.
Oh, UMass Central Michigan. Yeah, I guess it's all 4 of them because if you go back up to Ball State, Northern Illinois, all 4 of these are MAC. Wow.
Any in Akron, Buffalo.
Wow, they're all MAC games. Wow. Okay.
I don't see any chaos in those. Ohio, Eastern Michigan.
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat. Western Michigan, Miami of Ohio. No. I think Miami of Ohio rolls them. Toledo, Washington State.
Washington State should have that game going away.
So you're no chaos. Navy, FAU.
Nah, Navy should have that game going away. And then Colorado State and Wyoming.
No chaos. So in week 9, what would we say the chaos is?
I would say towards the middle, bud, because there was a couple games that we had that was major chaos. So I'd say in the middle of that. Nestor Cortez is going to the Padres.
AJ Preller at the deadline. So we start week 10. James Madison, Texas State. Any chaos?
No, I don't. No.
UTEP, Kennesaw State.
No, can't say any in that one either.
Middle Tennessee and
Jacksonville State.
I can't see any chaos. Same with FIU and Missouri State.
I didn't know FIU was in Conference USA.
Okay. Yeah.
Did not know that.
Marshall and Coastal Carolina. Nah.
No, the Chanticleer should
Tulane, UTSA.
Some. That being that both of those teams are, I would say some in that game.
Friday night, Rice and Memphis.
No,
any chaos?
The Tigers should run away with that one.
I say none. North Carolina, Syracuse. Any chaos?
Belichick going to New York. Some.
Sam Houston and
La Tech. No.
Baylor, UCF.
No, the Baylor should play with that game.
Arkansas, Mississippi State.
That game could be interesting, but I don't see any chaos.
Kentucky Auburn.
No.
I see a little bit of chaos.
Okay.
South Carolina Ole Miss.
Yes, I would say definitely.
Definitely yes. Oklahoma Tennessee.
I hate to say this, but no, the Volunteers should win that game going, especially at home in Knoxville.
Yep, I say the same thing. Indiana Maryland.
No, the Hoosiers, even though they're in Maryland, they should win that game.
Any chaos at Michigan State, Minnesota?
No.
Oh,
party.
Penn State.
Oh, that one, yes. That major chaos in the next one because here we are again. James Franklin has to win the big one
against Ohio State.
Yeah, here it is, buddy. You want to be.
And Penn State fans are being delusional, as always, saying, oh, Penn State's going to beat Ohio State this year. Please tell me the last time y'all beat Ohio State. I'll wait. It's been a while.
I was going to say it has been a while.
Michigan, Purdue.
I can't see any chaos there.
I can't either. Illinois, Rutgers, nah.
Mm-mm.
USC, Nebraska.
Interesting. That game could be interesting because it's in Lincoln.
Could it be a potential game day spot?
I could see a bit. Yeah, if both those teams are, even if both those teams have one or two losses, I could definitely see a game day being in Lincoln, especially in the Big Ten.
No chaos, though?
I don't see any chaos in that game, no.
Virginia, Cal, any chaos?
I don't.
Duke, Clemson.
The Tigers should go roll that way away. Wake and FSU. Nah, the Noles should win that
Georgia
one.
Tech, NC State.
No, I think the Yellow Jackets, that game might be close, but I think
Louisville, Virginia Tech.
Could be some, depending on where those two teams are in Week 10. Could be some.
SMU, Miami.
Some people say Miami's going to be in the ACC championship game this year. I could see some Bud in that game.
Let's see. We do got a trade. Rays acquiring Adrian Hauser from the White Sox for Curtis Mead.
Okay.
Pitt, Stanford, any chaos?
No.
Notre Dame, Boston College.
Yes, because that game always seems to be a classic, no matter what their records are. They always play each other tough.
Colorado, Arizona.
Can't see any chaos there unless Dion's gone, which I don't think that's going to happen.
West Virginia, Houston. Any chaos?
No.
Arizona State, Iowa State.
I could see some there in the Big 12. That could be a Big 12 preview.
Oklahoma State, Kansas.
I could see some, but maybe minimal when it comes to chaos in that game.
Oh. Texas Tech, K-State.
Yes, I would definitely say yes in that one.
What about Utah, Cincinnati?
Can't see it. Can't see that happening.
Fresno State, Boise State?
No. The Mustangs should run away with that one, too.
You mean the Broncos?
I'm sorry, Broncos. My fault. Yeah.
Louisiana Monroe, Old Dominion.
I don't know.
Louisiana, South Alabama, no.
No.
I think it's no for the next few.
I think, right? Yeah, you could say going down. Vanderbilt may pull an upset this year, too, in Austin. Just imagine. Just
Oh
imagine
boy.
if that happens.
UAB, Yukon, no.
No. Army, Air Force, no, I don't. Army, even though that's in Colorado, they should win.
UNLV, New Mexico, no.
Mm.
Georgia, Florida.
Yeah, there'll be some because that's the rivalry game, and yeah, I would say some.
Well, and it's also Georgia's beatable this year.
Very true, and it's been a long time since the Gators have beaten Georgia, so
Liberty, Delaware. Any chaos
can't
there?
see here.
Western Kentucky, New Mexico State.
Nah.
Nah. San Diego State, Wyoming. Washington State. Nah.
Hawaii, San Jose State. Nah.
So what is that? Week 10?
Week 10.
Week 10, minimal.
Minimal. Yeah, I was gonna say minimal. Yeah, but yep.
So we've got 3 weeks left, I believe. Hold up. Let me get this. Okay, so we'll get week 11. Okay, we're going to do week 11 in a second, but we're going to do what to expect for this year. So give me a couple things you expect this year.
I expect this year. Obviously, I think we already went through some of it. I will say that the national championship game will be Ohio State, Texas. Other ones, but I would say is Penn State will be a favorite. They will not win the Big Ten. I know a lot of people have them down. I would say that they're predicting Baylor to win the Big 12. I like that pick. Arizona State's going to be in the mix too when it's all said and done. Look for teams like the Floridas, the Texas A&Ms, also let's say LSU, Texas and Florida, or the A&M and Florida, and South Carolina will be in the thick of it in the SEC. That's what my,
Expectations
will be this year. Yeah.
My expectations for this year, I expect it to be another crazy year with a lot of upsets. Especially look at week 1. Clemson, LSU, I could see that being an upset. Florida, Georgia, I could see that being an upset. And as funny as it sounds, I could see Texas getting upset by Vandy.
It's happened. It's happened before.
Vandy upset
Georgia,
Alabama last year.
Correct.
So anything's possible in college football. That's why we love the sport of college football.
Correct.
Anything can happen. Now we finish up the chaos meter. And we start with Maction in week 11. Any chaos in those first 2 games?
No, because Miami of or that's Ohio. That's the Bobcats. That's not Miami of Ohio.
Correct.
No, but I don't see any chaos in those games.
Buffalo, Central Michigan.
No.
Miami of Ohio, Toledo's a rivalry game.
Okay. That game possibly. UMass and Northern Illinois, I don't think so.
Thursday, Troy and Old Dominion.
No, but the Clemson Louisville game will be.
Yes.
There'll be some there.
Minnesota, Oregon, nah.
Nah.
Texas Tech, UCF.
No.
No.
Red Raiders should win that one.
Oklahoma, Alabama. Alabama lost to Oklahoma last year. Can we see chaos again?
Possibly in a kind of one of those rematch or get back games from a year ago.
Texas, Georgia.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Classic last year. I can see chaos there. LSU, Arkansas.
Tigers should win that one at home.
Ole Miss, Florida. Florida beat them last year.
Yeah, it'll be Ole Miss will want to get us back, but they don't have Jackson Dart. There's a good opportunity we could go back to back this year against them.
So you do see chaos there. Mississippi State, Missouri.
Nah, shouldn't be any there. Ooh, South Carolina, A&M. College State.
Yes, major chaos.
Major chaos. Yes.
Ohio State, UCLA. Nah. Indiana, Wisconsin.
You see somebody in that a little bit?
Yeah. Purdue, Washington.
No, I think the Huskies should win that one.
Michigan State, Penn State.
I would say yes, because I think Michigan State's on the up, and that's one of those games that probably they have Penn State winning. Michigan State could pull an upset.
Illinois, Maryland.
No.
Iowa, USC.
No.
Georgia Tech, Boston College.
I would say some in that game, buddy. Some in that one.
Same. Virginia, Duke.
Shouldn't be. The Blue Devils should win at home in Durham.
Oh, Florida State, Virginia Tech. Any chaos?
I would say some, buddy. Some.
Yeah.
But some.
Chaos, Miami, North Carolina State.
I would say some in that game, too. Those two teams always play each other tough.
North Carolina, Wake Forest.
The Battle of the Carolinas outside of Duke and NC State. Yeah, why not? Maybe that'll be one of the games that North Carolina wins under Belichick.
Notre Dame, Pitt. Any chaos?
I can't see any. I hate to do that to Pitt fans, but I think Notre Dame wins that game.
West Virginia, Arizona State.
How do you feel about that, bud? You think some, depending on where West Virginia is at? Because Arizona State's probably going to be in the thick of it.
Yeah, I could see some.
Okay.
Because, it's Rich Rod's first year back as head coach. Could West Virginia be this year's Indiana?
It's a possibility, but again, that's a pretty good, prediction or assumption that
Rich Rod returning home.
Mm-hmm.
Utah, Baylor.
There shouldn't be any there. TCU, BYU.
No. Cincinnati, Arizona. That's going to be a dogfight to 10 points.
K-State, Oklahoma State, yes. Yes, especially in Stillwater. Yes.
I'm laughing for a specific reason.
Yeah.
I think you know why.
Oh, well,
our boy.
Mike Gundy, yep.
Never bet against Mike.
Uh-huh. At home, too. So.
Somebody should make a shirt saying never bet against Mike Gundy.
Come on, O State OSU fans.
FIU Liberty, no.
No.
Western Kentucky, no.
No.
UTEP, Missouri State.
No.
Colorado State, New Mexico, nah. No.
Nope.
Georgia Southern Coastal. Maybe.
Yeah.
Marshall, Georgia State.
No.
App State, James Madison. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say some in that case. Yeah.
Some. UL Monroe, South Alabama. No. Texas State Southern Miss. This could be for first place in the Sun Belt.
Oh,
Chaos.
oh wow. Taj Bradley's a Minnesota Twin.
Who did the Rays get back?
Let me take a look, but I just popped across my. Let's see. Just popped up here. Let me go back in here and look at that.
How funny would it be if it's Joe Ryan?
Taj Bradley. Let me see.
Sorry, we're also mixing in a little baseball too.
Yeah, it's the trade deadline. It's kind of hard not to talk about it. Let's see. You guys got Griffin Jacks, the Rays from the Twins.
For Taj Bradley.
For Taj Bradley. That was the trade. Yeah, that's the trade, bud. Yeah.
Different Jacks for Taj. Okay. Sure enough, the bullpen getting us a new arm. Check out Caballero because it seemed like he was getting traded too.
Let me. I haven't seen anything pop up yet about that.
But let's get back to this, and we can. Texas State Southern Miss could be for first place in the Sun Belt. Any chaos?
If that's the case, but yes, if that's the.
Any chaos in these next 3 games?
Texas, UAB, UTSA, Charlotte. No, they're all in the American. No, I don't. I mean, maybe Memphis, East Carolina, some, but the other 2.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe ECU and Memphis, but the other 2, no. Next 3. Any chaos? No.
No, I don't see anything there.
South Florida Navy.
No, I don't.
Delaware, Sam Houston, Texas, Tennessee Tech, Kentucky. No. I mean, could you see any in that South Florida game?
I just have a funny hunch that that game they beat Navy a couple of years ago. Navy beat them pretty handily last year at Raymond James. Navy's just they're just a good football team.
Charlie Morton to the Tigers, by the way.
Is that okay? Oh, that helps the Tigers out. Okay.
Adam's probably happy about that.
We could talk about that at 8:00. Yeah.
Delaware. I think we said no.
Mm-mm. If Kentucky lays an egg, they're in deep trouble. Then he will get fired.
San Jose State. Any of these 3 see any chaos?
No, I don't.
If Tennessee lays an egg, Heupel might get.
Yeah, I don't see that happening though. These next 3, no, I don't see any chaos in. Excuse me, any of the next 3 of those games.
And then you said Louisiana Tech, Washington State, right? No chaos?
Yeah, no chaos. Boise State, San Diego, there should be no chaos in that game either.
So, week 11, how much chaos? Minimal?
Minimal. I'd say minimal, but yeah.
Well, that's week 12. So, we got 2 more weeks left.
Yep. Okay.
We're going to go, for these last 2, we're going to go conference by conference.
Okay.
To make it easier. So, we start in the ACC. Any chaos Friday night, November 21st, Florida State, North Carolina State?
No, I don't see any chaos in the FSU that game.
Cal Stanford, rivalry game.
The famous
any chaos?
No. Mm-mm.
The band's on the field.
Mm-hmm.
The band's on the field. Duke and North Carolina. That's a huge rivalry game.
Yeah, there's chaos there. Those two teams do not like each other, period. So
Whether it's football, basketball, baseball,
they don't like each other.
Pitt, Georgia Tech.
Some, I would say some.
Same. Louisville, SMU. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Virginia Tech, Miami. Virginia Tech's got to get their get back for last year. Getting screwed over at the end of the game.
And they're in Blacksburg. I like them. I like them to win that game. No. Hope not.
I don't think I have to open my mouth. No. Clemson should roll them.
Uh-huh.
Good. If they lay an egg, there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
Same with Wake Forest. They should win. Syracuse, Notre Dame.
No, because they're playing at home. That shouldn't happen.
We go to the American. FAU, UConn. Okay, before we say any chaos, why isn't UConn in a conference?
They used to be in the American, bud. They were in the American a couple of years ago, and they left the conference, so I don't know. They're independent now. I don't know. So,
any chaos? Florida Atlantic, UConn?
No, I don't even see any chaos in the South Florida UAB game either. That game might be different, though. UTSA, East Carolina, there might be some in that game.
Yeah. Tulane, Temple.
No, Green Wave should roll in that one.
Same with North Texas.
Yep.
Army Tulsa, Army should roll.
Yeah. Charlotte, Georgia, in Athens. If Kirby Smart can't beat Charlotte, he's in trouble. That's all I'm going to say about that game.
Yeah, he has real problems if he can't beat a team that's named after a state.
And they're the 49ers.
A city.
They're the 49ers too, so yeah.
The knockoff 49ers.
Yeah.
Moving on down, we get to the Big 12. Oklahoma State, UCF, any chaos?
I don't see any chaos there.
Baylor, Arizona, any chaos? No.
No.
Same with BYU?
No, yeah.
Colorado, Arizona State? No.
No.
Houston, TCU?
Same state, but I don't think there'll be any there.
Iowa State, Kansas?
I would say some.
Yeah, same. Ooh, K-State, Utah. Any chaos?
Nah, the K-State should win that game.
Okay, so no little chaos there. Big 10. Oh.
Yeah, I could definitely see some in that first game.
I could too. Rays lost.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Minnesota Northwestern.
No, it's a Wrigley Field. No, I don't think there'll be any chaos there.
UCLA Washington.
Might be some. Yeah.
USC Oregon.
Eugene. Yeah, because those two teams play each other tough. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, here it is. That hard candy we like to talk about.
There should be no chaos in that game. Ohio State should roll them, especially being in the horseshoe. Yeah, no.
Iowa, Michigan State. In Kinnick. Weird things happen in Kinnick. What if Michigan State's ranked and they go into Kinnick?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, in Iowa's, like we've talked about, it's the gnat that won't go away. You keep smacking and they just keep coming back.
I just ask any Ohio State fan what happened when we went to Iowa City. We were the number 2 team in the country, and Iowa put a 50 piece on us.
Mm-hmm.
I still have nightmares about that. Just like I do about Purdue in the Tyler Trent game. Ugh. So the two things that haunt me, and they probably will the rest of my life. Other than losing to Michigan 4 years in a row.
Michigan, Maryland, there should be no chaos there.
Illinois, Wisconsin, maybe?
Maybe some.
We're going to go down to the SEC now. Tennessee, Florida.
Definitely. Those two teams don't like each other either. So, and usually that game.
Florida got close to beating them last year, right?
Correct. We lost to them a year ago. We beat
in overtime.
The previous 2 years prior to that. So, yeah.
LSU, Western Kentucky.
There should be.
If Brian Kelly can't beat Western Kentucky, he should not have a job.
I agree.
Coastal Carolina, South Carolina. Battle of the Carolinas.
Maybe. It's a maybe.
Arkansas, Texas.
There's that rivalry game we were talking about earlier. There'll be some.
I can see him. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be some in that game.
Vandy, Kentucky.
That could be two teams battling for the basement of the SEC. Yes, I would say there'd be some in there.
If Vanderbilt falls off and falls back down to
correct,
back down to mediocrity, which I don't expect them to.
I don't either, but everyone's got them predicted to do that. So yeah.
Then again, like I said, it's just a bunch, not including us, but it's a bunch of talking heads on either TikTok, YouTube, or the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri, Oklahoma, any chaos?
I don't think so.
Here's where I have issues. Why is Texas A&M playing Samford?
Well, there you remember, bud, we were talking earlier a couple of shows ago about cupcake games. Here's one of those cupcake games right here. Here.
I'm sorry, there should be punishment for playing weak non-conference games later in the season.
Well, let's see, bud. Let's see if that ends up costing them a possible spot in the college football playoff.
Well, because I remember we talked about Tuesday how Indiana canceled their home and home with Virginia.
Correct.
And made it an FCS school.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about Georgia, Charlotte. There shouldn't be any chaos there.
Mm-mm.
There shouldn't be any chaos in Eastern Illinois, Alabama. If there is, I don't know if Kalen DeBoer should have a job.
I was going to say. Mercer.
Oh, here's that little gnat that kept Ohio State out of the playoff a few years back. I'm not talking about Auburn.
He's talking about Mercer.
Yep. And I think you know exactly who I'm referring to.
Yep.
They played Alabama the 1 year, and Alabama got in instead of us because they beat Mercer. And we lost to Iowa by 20. So why isn't the SEC playing an extra conference game?
Good question. They're the ones that want to expand the college
playoff
16 teams too. So
the action. Akron, Bowling Green, any chaos?
No. UMass, Ohio.
No. Northern Illinois, Western Michigan.
No, I don't see any there. Miami of Ohio, Buffalo. Yes, I could see some possibly.
Central Michigan, Kent State. Now.
No.
Ball State, Toledo.
No.
And now we get to week 14. And we start in the MAC. UMass, Bowling Green. Any chaos?
I don't see any chaos, but in that game,
Hey, it's the battle of the directional schools in Michigan.
Yeah, why not? And I mean, it's a Tuesday night. Why not? Why not have some chaos on a Tuesday night? in the MAC.
Upelo, Michigan. Pretty sure I said that wrong, but Navy. Did I not? That's not what we wanted. We wanted the MAC because we went to a different week. There we go. So we already did that. We already did those two. Friday night, Bowling Green, Buffalo in Ohio.
I don't see any chaos there.
I don't see any chaos there either, or Northern Illinois, Kent State.
Toledo, Central Michigan. No.
Yes.
You do? Okay.
A little. I don't see any in Ball State, Miami.
No.
Big Ten. Iowa, Nebraska.
The Pests. Playing on Black Friday.
No. Indiana, Purdue. In-state rivalry.
Yes. I could definitely see some
I can see Purdue spoiling
Indiana's chances, yeah.
At getting into the Big Ten title game. Because if you look at Indiana's schedule this year, they don't have to play Ohio State.
Okay. Did they play you guys last year? They
yes.
Did play you guys last year. Okay.
Yeah, Ohio State was their only loss until the playoff. When they got thumped by Notre Dame.
Correct.
Oregon, Washington.
Yes.
Could you see it being potentially for a spot in the Big Ten title game?
I could definitely see that. Absolutely.
I see chaos in there. Minnesota, Wisconsin. I believe that's for the Little Brown Jug.
That's one of those cool trophies in college football.
I think. Can you look that up?
Yeah, I think you're right, but let me look it up real quick. But I think you're spot on. Hang on a minute. Let's see. Trophy.
Any chaos in UCLA, USC?
That's a Battle of LA. No.
There's our old friend, the hard candy again.
No, they shouldn't. No, I'm sorry, but they play for Wisconsin, Minnesota. They play for the Paul Bunyan Axe.
Okay, so it is a rivalry game. I had the trophy mixed up.
I think the
Iowa, Minnesota is Iowa, Minnesota.
Is that what it is?
I think.
What's here? Let me look. I know it's called the Little Brown Bucket. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see.
So no in Penn State, Rutgers, Illinois, Northwestern. No. Michigan State, Maryland, Michigan, Ohio State. I hope.
The Little Brown Bucket is Wisconsin, Minnesota. Is that who they're playing each other? You're right. You were right, but I'm sorry. I got them mixed up. Wisconsin, Minnesota is the Little Brown Bucket. The Paul Bunyan Axe is Minnesota, Wisconsin. I got the mixed up.
So, yes, Minnesota, Wisconsin playing for
the Little Brown Bucket. Yeah. Yep.
That's Ohio State, Michigan. Yes, I see absolute chaos. I see Ohio State getting their revenge. And the fact that there's already a line for that, -5.5.
Yeah, it's because it's a rival game. Get your early money in.
That line's too low, though. I think it's going to go up as the season
progresses.
Yeah. 47.5. That's because I don't think right now nobody really knows about how good either team's going to be.
Correct.
SEC. We're going to wrap up week 14 with the SEC. Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
Rival game. That's the Egg Bowl. No.
I
don't see no.
Yes.
I see yes to both games. I was going to say yes to both the next two games.
Georgia Tech especially. Look what happened last year. The game didn't get over till almost midnight.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that it's a 3:30 game, put it at night. The only other game you got on at night that day is Texas A&M, Texas.
That's why. because they have the night game in Austin.
Well, and like we said earlier, that could be for the SEC championship game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That could be for a spot in the SEC championship game. And for all we know, those two teams can see each other the next week.
Again, correct.
Missouri, Arkansas. Any chaos?
No. I do see
Auburn, Alabama.
That's the Iron Bowl always. Alabama knows, and they get a block, a return field goal for 99 yards by Chris Davis. You can go back and watch the.
Oh, I remember watching that live. I'm like, thank you, Auburn. You just put Ohio State in the playoff.
Yep.
Florida.
I can't. It depends on where those two teams are at the end of the season. At this point, I would say no, but if they're both good, possibly. But see,
Kentucky, Louisville.
They'll never play.
State.
They'll never play 6 to 8 p.m. ever. That'll never happen. They've done that once before and it didn't work. Kentucky, Louisville, yes. It's a battle of Kentucky. Always.
LSU, Oklahoma.
Shouldn't be. That should not be. No.
Tennessee, Vandy. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And South Carolina, yes. Clemson.
That's a definite yes, because that game right there could mean both of them either get in the playoff or where they're seated in the playoff, depending on who wins or who loses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the chaos meter. Dun, da, da, da. And Bradley, before we check off the show, tell them about your show.
Yeah, guys, in about an hour and a half from now, we will be on the Walker Report. We will be talking NFL, NCAA, MLB. Obviously, the trade deadline just happens. We'll be talking about that. We'll be joined by a young man named Roman something. He wrote a book about the mental game in golf. He'll be joining us for a little while. Well, come over there and watch us. We're on the Walker Report. It's on the YouTube channel, the Walker Report. But come over and take a look. Alec will be with us, and we'll have Adam and Louie joining us soon. Come on over there in a couple hours, and we'll see you then.
We will see everybody Tuesday with an interesting episode of the Walker Report titled Wild Tuesday. Because we're going to be talking a lot about a lot of different topics in college football. Mm-hmm. That's why I couldn't come up with that's the title I came up with. So we will see everybody on Tuesday. Have a good one, everybody.
Good night, everybody.